enjoyed our stay at Agate Beach, but it's time to head out. Didn't have any internet signal, so I figured I'd just go east and north, and I should make our way out of there. We eventually did, but we spent a lot of time on gravel roads. We eventually found pavement and went through Houghton and then crossed a bridge into Hancock. Once we got into Hancock, we looked for the Hancock campground. Once we got set up, once you've looked for rocks and sorted rocks, it's time to spray your rocks with a clear coat. And then it's time to go see somebody else's rocks. So we'll head down to the A.E. Seaman Mineral Museum. They say it's one of the best in the world. Outside they have some of the larger displays of big finds of copper. Inside are agates and then assorted minerals from Michigan and throughout the world. One of the things we thought was pretty interesting was this room here. You can see it looks pretty plain right there, but you put some UV lights on it and it lights it right up. But believe it or not, they didn't have any Uber lights. They said they're working on getting a display for that. Other than that, I'll do a little fishing, and then we're going to get back on the road and head north to Copper Harbor. It's a pretty nice ride. On the way there, we passed by the snowfall display. And if you take a minute to read this, you can see that it set a record back in the 70s. And this scale here kind of brings it into perspective. We're going to take Highway 41 all the way up, and it's freshly paved, but it's a narrow, winding road, but it was really enjoyable. Once we get there, we're going to set up on Lake Fannyhoe at the Fannyhoe Campground, which they have a sign there that reminds us we're in bear country, not to feed the bear. We would have, but we didn't see any feed. Another interesting thing, they were just starting or getting ready to start the law enforcement torch run. And the reason they started up there is that it goes down Highway 41, and the beginning of Highway 41 is right there in Copper Harbor. We saw a number of things in Copper Harbor, and one of the things we really enjoyed was the Astavant Pines. It's a pine sanctuary located just outside of Copper Harbor. It's 500 acres, and they have trees there that range from 300 to 500 years old. It's a real nice area, real nice hike, and there was a pretty unique story behind it. So I'd definitely recommend you do that if you had the chance to get up there. It's a very scenic area, and one of the things that you'll have to do is take a drive up to Brockway Mountain. And this is the view from the overlook. And you can also see our camper almost right there in the center. Lake Minnehaha is a pretty lake, and not only scenic, but also holds some pretty nice smallmouth bass. So I really enjoyed fishing it, caught quite a few fish, and then we're back on the road, headed south. This time we're going to run right along Lake Superior. It was a real foggy day, another winding road, but very scenic, real enjoyable drive. And one of the things that we wanted to stop in and see while we were headed south was the Jam Pot Bakery. It's a pretty unique place. It was set up by monks. Anyhow, there's nice falls next to it. It also reminds me that when you're in Copper Harbor, you've got to get some thimbleberry jam. Apparently, thimbleberries only grow in that area, and they charge prices like it's the only place it grows. But anyhow, good stuff. We're going to head down to the Kentika, and as it says, it's a motel, restaurant, lounge, and bowling alley. They've also got T-shirts and souvenirs. It's a really neat place, really unique. We really enjoyed going there. Most importantly, because of all the things they have black bear. Out back at the restaurant, they put food out, and you get to watch them come in and eat. Makes for a pretty interesting and enjoyable evening. While we're in the area, we're going to stop by the Porcupine Mountains, but we've already hiked it, so this time we're just going to look for rocks. Look for rocks, and then we're going to call it a day, pack up, and we're going to start south. Well, our next destination is Thunder Bay, Ontario. I'm not sure how long it's going to take us to get there, but I'm sure it should be a nice drive, and I'll try and put together a video.